The Gronkers.
The Gronkmeister.
Man, that guy.
Yo Soy
Man,
Fiesta.
that guy.
So I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
And why would you?
Well, why? Why did you not? Was it actively? I don't want to watch it. Was it protest?
Protesting. I'm
Okay.
protesting against grown men slapping each other's butts. Because they do it. Because it happens, Steven.
Yeah.
It happens, and I want to speak up against it. I want to be the voice.
I'm pro butt slap. So tell me why you're anti butt slap. Tell me why.
Because it makes me feel things, and I think it's unfair. You know.
Labette 5354.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Hey, everybody. Shark's going to squirm her way in here in just a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and kick off.
She's actually hiding behind the
Shark.
couch right now, and as soon as we say the magic word, she's just going to slowly rise up like the sun.
She will be here. You also need to, if you can, get into chat with Byronic Commando, because then people can easily click on you and then follow you. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to episode 235 of the Angry Cubs podcast. My name is Steven. With me as always is an accelerated snarky factor. Joining me today, DJ Pikachuck, Byronic Commando.
What's up?
And Will
the Thrill.
Will the Thrill.
Willard.
Do you know you're like the third person to call me Willard in like the past 4 years?
It's a
Really?
4 year. Wow, I'm surprised
Yeah.
you've been keeping track like that.
I didn't want to exaggerate and say like the past week. I wanted to be honest.
It happens more than you would like it to.
Well, more than
in 4 years, yeah.
Because I don't mind Willard, but more than I expect it to, I guess. You know.
Is there a name that bothers you, a nickname or something that anybody's called you that like you do not like?
Bill.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bill, but nobody.
I wouldn't even think to call you Bill.
Well,
Yeah.
Bill is also
Bill's
short for William.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Dillard.
I don't know, because I went by Morgan forever. That's my
Middle name.
That's my middle name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I went by that my whole life.
Huh.
Yeah.
I had a couple. I've only had like 2 nicknames in my life. First of all, I hated it for a long time to be called Steve. I hated it.
Yeah.
And then somewhere around college, I just stopped caring. But in high school, they called me Sarge because my initials are SGT.
But I
Sergeant.
like that. That's cool.
And no, that was awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. The one I didn't like was Chili Pepper because my face would get red. And even the teachers would be like, I remember specifically, I had a geometry teacher in high school that was like, you guys want to know what my favorite thing about Steven is his face turns red. Look, there it goes. And like, the whole class turns. I'm like, God damn you, geometry teacher. I can't even remember your name.
What a shitty little butthole teacher.
Yeah.
Like, I know what we should do. We should point out a child's insecurities.
Cal says, I've always called him Bill. Cal, don't try to get on the Bill train. You have no idea what the frick you're talking about.
Cal has
No,
never
he's not just
called
trying to
me
get
Bill.
on the
Never
Bill train.
one
The Bill
time.
train has already been running at full speed, and he's riding alongside it, and the horse trying to jump onto the ladder like in the old West movies.
You know, I've been calling Numb Lil Numb Bill. And it's because it's like 3 lines and then numb and then 3 more lines. And for some reason, my brain thought it was L-I-L numb I-L-L.
So there's another person whose screen name we have been mispronouncing.
If I've been fucking up
Which-
you guys' screen names, I'm sorry.
Which
It's just the
reminds
way
me,
it goes.
I really miss Naname now.
Yeah, I do miss Nanami. But that was the original one. And Labette asks, did you see Creed? And I have not yet. I really, really want to.
I kind of wanted to as well.
I
think we're about to get a knock on the door.
Is somebody's lights on? Oh, okay, that's Shark.
Told you.
Okay.
Told you we were about to get a knock
Shark's
on the
coming.
It's
door.
like, did one of you cats leave your lights on?
We're getting our shark fix. Did you see Creed?
That means I have to get up again.
Did you?
So
Well, she's
tired.
going to have to
Kidding
take your
her.
spot anyways, so yeah, you're fine.
She's not going to take my spot.
No,
Do you think
she's going
she'll
to have
just-
to take her spot.
Do you think we just get her to come
No,
on
she's
in?
she's sitting in the garage.
You got a mic cord
I got a
Wait
mic cord,
outside,
yeah.
Shark. You're late. You're tardy. You have to go to the principal's office.
I'm out here on the front porch. Hello.
I do really like Michael B. Jordan, the actor from Creed. He's in a movie called Chronicle.
Yes.
And Chronicle, if you guys haven't seen it, is one of the most underrated films. I'm going to scoot a little more into frame. Ever. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Hi, Shark!
Hi,
Shark will be
Shark.
joining us in just a second.
Man.
Optiplex.
Is your father that left you when you realized you got your mom pregnant by accident? Or you Gump or Gump for short.
Good job. Nicely done.
Iftly were Gump. Iftly were Gump. I can't.
Turn that bulb a
YFTLYWHRRHGUMP.
little bit.
Oh God!
Just turn
Make
the
it
bulb
stop.
on.
without burning yourself if you
Yeah.
can. It looked like Will had
There it is.
light powers there for a minute
I was just
as
moving.
he was across. across.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you did not watch Super Bowl because you're anti-butt slap?
I'm anti-butt slap.
Yeah. Chuck, did you watch the Super Bowl?
No, I was busy painting my girlfriend's toenails and watching Battlestar Galactica.
Ulfric.
Shark,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
just
man,
gonna
there's
assume that you have
There's a chair for you over
no
here.
interest whatsoever. Yeah, she gave a hell.
Holy shit, Ulfric!
A wild Ulfric appears in the background.
What is up, my son? What's going on, man?
Enjoy the
get over
audience.
here. Get over here. Yeah, buddy.
Here's Ulfric, who's in our chat and will be in our chat today.
I want
Giving
one.
a wave.
Do we have a fifth mic
No.
somewhere? Oh, we're gonna have to bounce back and forth between Ulfric and Shark.
No, he's gonna be in our audience.
Oh,
we don't have a
We have-
fifth mic. If we had
therefore-
one, we'd have to have a.
I do
Me?
have a mic.
oh, I did
That
just get out of
does
the
that.
shower,
Do
which
you?
also
Yeah,
understands.
I should
bring that.
I bought one.
That also answers Azom or no. Okay, did somebody in the chat just asked why my head is particularly shiny today, and that's because I got out of the shower and then hopped into the car and came to here, which is how it usually goes. Was
My
I listening to
head now
Coldplay?
is
No. However, when we were discussing, ooh,
Okay, we're getting the
I'm
peak
sorry,
here.
Hold on,
distracted him.
I just read who else watched Goosebumps and couldn't accept Jack Black in a serious role. Was that supposed to be a serious role?
Dude, it's a children's show. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be
But it was
campy
goofy as
shit.
fuck in that film, wasn't it?
Right. I figured he was.
Isn't he? Do you wax it, Chuck? Do you wax your head? No, he says. He's been in serious stuff before anyway.
Yeah, he was in The Holiday, which is my,
what was that one
personal
where he was?
favorite. I do love that fucking movie.
But I like the movie too.
Yeah, it's good.
What movie?
Kung Fu Panda.
He was
No.
he was the guy who fell in love with an older lady. Supposed to be based on a true story.
Chuck
he wound up
Black.
Geriatric
murdering
porn?
somebody.
Oh no, Bernie!
Oh,
Bernie.
Bernie.
Yeah.
That
Bernie.
movie is great.
Yeah, Bernie.
What a fantastic film.
That was a dark
It's-
comic, so I think that's the most serious I've ever seen Jack Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
that may be right. Maybe right. But I don't. I refuse to believe that Goosebumps was a serious role for him.
It's a kids movie. It's not supposed to be serious.
That was sort of the impression I was under. Okay, so a couple of gaming news things that I noticed this week that Chuck, I think you especially are going to get a little excited for this. First of all, did you know that they brought over? They finally put Earthbound on digital through the Wii U
They
shop.
put Mother One
And Mother One. They're calling it They called it Earthbound Beginnings
Yep.
in the translation. But the rumor mill is potent this week, and among those
Don't you
is
fucking say it.
is a Mother 3.
God damn it! Don't you
Localization.
fucking say it. Do not fucking say it.
So them's the rumor mill this week.
I think I've actually heard that too.
Yeah, and they're
That's always in the rumor mill.
yeah, but a little more so, a
Now,
little
see,
heavier this week.
The thing is this: Mother 3 has already been amateur translated, and that
Yeah.
translation is amazing.
Is it good?
It's really, really good. So I'm both
Not
hesitant.
like the old VHS translations of Sailor Moon, I suppose.
Oh Jesus, no! What I have found is that amateur translations are a mixed bag. When they suck, they suck. But when they're good, they're really, really good.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite translations is of Final Fantasy IV. That was amazing because that was the old school Japanese version.
Are you
The
not?
What?
Are you not a language snob that has to have his stuff in the original language?
I was about to. Okay, I'm
Are
going to ask
you?
you guys this.
I
and
can't
no,
read Japanese.
If you're a language snob, you have to actually
I
be able
want-
to read it.
Oh,
How
that's
many
the-
languages do I speak?
I mean, like subtitles. Like,
This is where I was
Well,
going to
he
ask.
doesn't
I want
even-
everybody
You don't even speak English effectively. You speak Chuck.
in the chat. I want you guys. What
So I
up,
guess I
Charlie?
speak
What's
4
up? How's it
languages.
going? Everybody in the chat. I want to know because I think I'm going to be the only one here. I want you to let me know sub or dub. Are you sub or are you dubbed? Do you watch your foreign films and anime with subtitles, or do you like the voiceover dub acting? Do you prefer
I-
them? If you have the option, where do you go?
Depending on the voice actors, I'll actually usually go and I'll watch both.
Yeah.
if I don't have time to actually pay attention to what's going on the screen, except for occasionally glancing up,
Right.
I like it dubbed. But
but let's say there's something that you've been wanting to see and you don't know who the actors are going to be in it. You're just at the video store and you see one that's subtitled and one that's dubbed, and you're picking one for your viewing experience.
Probably gonna get the sub or the subbed, because there's going to be a lot of language jokes and things that are said according to the original intended mouth flaps for the animation versus how they're going to have to change the lines to match up the English mouth flaps.
Corporate Cal says sub unless it's Dragon Ball Z or Cowboy Bebop. Lebede says sub. Caldane, hello. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you coming by. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet, follow us. Click the little button on the bottom of the screen. You'll see your name pop up. You should see your name pop up. It'll be really fun. Caldane says dub, but wife's a sub, which means I'm currently converting. Apocalypse Zombie watch some stuff with both. One Up Charlie says Death Note, definitely sub. That language adds to the story.
A funny experiment you can conduct, if you can at all, and not just with anime, but with any kind of foreign film, try to listen to the original language, or try to listen to the English dub, and also read the
subtitles and
see
how they
actually,
differ.
if you
That's funny.
What are you, Will?
If you turn on Spirited Away, you can do that and actually see where they have some additional language notes that are not said in the English dub.
Fuck all that. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
If an anime has a lot of yelling, please, God, give me the American version. Give me the dub, because I don't want to hear it like every 2 fucking seconds. And it happens. I was watching.
Will can't read, so of course it's dub.
Of course it's
Damn.
dub. Of course it's dub.
Get him, Cal.
Corporate Cal. Fuck you. I was watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And every line is accompanied by the highest of pitches, screaming.
Well, because they're all like prepubescent children,
Yeah, they're like
right?
12 or 13 years old
But
when
they
go
all
to
look
training.
like they're 1860
Well, yeah,
models.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
For sure, but that's the only thing. Like, I'll watch like a quiet anime that's a sub, but these action ones that are just constant fucking yelling, I can't do it.
So I am dub all the way, and it's because when they do it right, like when the localization is done right. So I was actually having this conversation with a friend of mine, and he's very much a sub, and I'm a dub. So we'd be watching a show, and he also knows Japanese, and so he'd like, so they said this, but that's not actually like what they said. And so I'd be like, actually, if you think about it in terms of localization, like that phrasing is not really going to make much sense to us. So this is sort of an American version of that. And he'd be like, oh, interesting. And so it was fun to watch stuff with him because we both have different views on it. But the reason really that I watched dub, when given not only do I appreciate good voice acting more than anything, but Trigun.
Trigun was great.
Johnny Yongbosch nailed that performance. So, and not just him, who I do not know who voiced Wolfwood, but Wolfwood was awesome as well. But
fucking Wolfwood.
But there's a scene in Trigun where it's after he's broken his rule, and Meryl's like checking on him, and she comes and brings him food, and he's like sort of barely holding it together and not feeling great, and she goes outside and shuts the door, and then through the door he starts just like screaming, and it's just, oh my God, it tears you up. It tears you up. That's good shit.
I prefer fan subs, actually, because not only do you get a different translation than what, a bunch of writers that got together would agree upon, you also get, what I've noticed is they make a big deal about, their opening and closing themes, making them like really good music with lyrics and everything. You get the translation of the lyrics, and then you get the karaoke, and you can read along with it and watch it go.
Like, Mane koko haro.
Yes.
Mane ku huriwa. That was Cowboy Bebop.
Yep.
Dude, the real folk blues
And then
of my childhood.
sometimes like something will happen, somebody will say something, and you will get the thing in the bottom, and then at the top it'll give you like a little asterisk, like a little footnote that helps you understand like a cultural thing or whatever, that helps you get a better understanding of what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what Shark mentioned earlier.
That's really I like that.
Well, and one thing that does happen a lot of times, a lot of the jokes and some of the humor don't translate as well, because what we would say, oh, this word sounds like this, so it's funny. They do the same thing.
So, like, you know, just for example, there was a localization that actually didn't make any sense to me in one of the Tales games. It was like Tales of the Abyss, I think. One of the characters is asked a question, and the other one goes, I plead the fifth. And I was like, hold the fucking phone. This is a fantasy world. I don't think the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is in this fucking fantasy world.
Remember that
Like-
Final Fantasy IV fan translation I was talking about?
Yeah.
They say Shatner could act better than this one particular character.
And like a
Like,
little
wait a
bit of
minute,
breaking
wait a
breaking
minute.
that fourth wall, a little bit of like fun with that, like I
Yeah.
get, but this seemed just like that was stupid to me.
Well, and some of it is also cultural because who's going to be a familiar actor for us here in America is not necessarily going to be the same thing overseas.
Right.
Right, yeah.
And they very well could have been mentioning someone who used to do kabuki theater, and we would be like, who the fuck is that?
What up, Charlie? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for being our newest Angry Teller.
See your name.
We're on our way to 200. When we get to 200, I don't know what I'm going to give away, but I'm going to
You
give
better
away
start
something
thinking
fucking
because that
awesome.
number's climbing fast.
Yeah, we're going to
son.
get there. We're going to get there sometime in the next few months, and I'm
I
going to give
will
away something awesome.
check my collection of things and see if we can't do a conglomerate.
And Steven will wear something up his ass the entire... No, I'm not going to do that.
Please
I was just
don't.
trying to think of something to top the...
My name is Steven.
I was trying to think of something to top the dress.
unbearable pain in my ass. Cal, is that your way of...
I think he just asked you out.
That's a lot of people don't know that, but that's a way to get somebody in bed.
Will, we should watch anime at some point. If you just want to come by, like I got a lot.
You
And
wanna
then-
watch anime with me?
And then he's propositioned yet again, like immediately after that by Wolverine.
Waifu.
What is a waifu?
Wouldn't it be his
It's-
Bondo?
It's what
So-
you connect to for the internet.
Oh, it's a wife.
No. There is a kind of a thing going on in the
Anime show.
weeboo anime culture of waifu or waifuku, which is wife, and
Yeah.
then husbando,
Yeah.
which is husband. And usually someone will be like, this is my anime waifu.
Oh my god.
And these are usually the people that...
stains.
Robotical mixes anime and chill. I love it.
He's not wrong.
Okay,
That's great.
two other things that I wanted to note about video games before we
I can
went
be
to
that.
Deadpool and the X Men was that the other rumor of potentially like, hey, yes, I would be interested in doing another one of these is Ono, who created the Onimusha series, and I love the Onimusha series. And Capcom only makes remakes now, so you know I think we're in good there. And they also said that
Remakes of more fighting games.
Yeah.
With more
Respawn said that Titanfall 2 would have a campaign, a single player
Ooh.
campaign, and that's exciting for me too. I love the first Titanfall, so I'm down for the second one.
Oh, if there was any way I could pilot massive mechs in Warframe, I'd just spooge all over myself every time I picked up the controller.
Okay, guys. Yeah, Will.
You look like you're about
That was
to
the
say
best
something.
transition, but you
Please.
halted my transition.
Please transition.
Okay.
Smoothly.
What's your favorite X-Men game?
Oh man, the Sega Genesis.
The Sega Genesis X-Men.
It's
one
where
where
you
you had to-
started out as Wolverine in like the snow base. You know what I'm
So-
talking about?
Actually, if you give me a second, I might be able to give you the title. Do you know when it was?
Do you have holy shit, this is the one.
Is this it?
Dude, this is exactly the
Okay.
one. Oh, me and my buddy Gary used to play this all the time. Not the Gary that punched me or tried to punch
Oh,
me.
this one. Jesus Christ. This
Yeah,
was
man.
actually named by IGN as one of the hardest ones to enjoy.
What it
Because
looks like
doesn't
is
tell you about the weird glitch thing.
well, what it looks like is it looks like it's just the game should be called Cyclops murders an entire indigenous group of people.
Well, this particular video, yes, but remember, you could also pick Wolverine as well.
Yes, as you actually go through it, you actually read your X-Men. Part of the problem was they complained about ill-placed adversaries, and then ill-placed adversaries, annoying jumps, impossible bosses, and then everyone's favorite thing of Mojo telling you to reset the computer.
That was bullshit.
I just love how when you kick these guys, they just teleport to another dimension.
They pop. Yeah,
kick
Cyclops
them
has
so hard.
a new mutant power.
So it's
Yeah.
not just a bunch of indigenous people; it's a bunch of indigenous nightcrawlers.
Oh, 'cause you can be Nightcrawler in this one too.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you could.
Yeah.
That
And
must be really.
And in the sequel, maybe in this one too, but in the sequel, X-Men 2 Clone Wars on the Sega Genesis, they actually had co-op. And I don't know when that one
I
came out.
thought
Do you have
this
years
one-
on either of these, Shark?
I thought this one was co-op.
It may be. It very
I
well
think it
could
is
be.
because this is what me and my buddy used to play all the time.
What was it called?
X-Men 2 Clone Wars.
Oh my god, I remember this battle.
What the Juggernaut just...
I'll kick your helmet.
Corporate Caliber.
That was released in 1995 on Sega Genesis and the Mega Drive.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Corporate Cal says he walks like a roided out monster.
Well, this is Scott Summers, and he's drawn like a roided out monster. So, yeah, totally.
The
I hate Cyclops.
A lot of people do.
he's
I
my
know
brother's
one person
character.
who loves Cyclops.
My brother is a huge Cyclops fan. We had that conversation actually at Super Bowl last night. Who's your person?
Nightcrawler.
Oh, Nightcrawler loves Cyclops? Oh, no.
No.
Who loves Cyclops? That's what I'm getting at.
I
Well, you
like
never know, maybe they
Nightcrawler.
do.
He's my favorite X-Men.
Oh, Nightcrawler is your choice for. And the X-Men on Genesis. Kaldane, thanks for the follow. We love you. Thank you. And Chris Miller on Facebook is one of our chime-ins. He said hit the arcade and the Sega Genesis one. And I asked you guys this as I left last week. What was better? And you guys in the chat let me know. What did you like better? The Ninja Turtles arcade game or the X-Men arcade game?
X-Men.
Ninja Turtles.
X-Men.
Interesting.
But I think I said Ninja Turtles last week. I like them both.
No, I think you said X-Men last week.
Did I say
because
X-Men?
Chuck argued with you then. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
And Ulfric says X-Men all day. This was one of those games where, like, when I was a kid, it was the Cliff's Comics across from the high school had it, and we'd go in and put our bags down and go in and play. Corporate Cal, that was not one of the fucking. God damn you! He said Battletoads. What an asshole. Kaldane says X-Men Storm was OP. Yeah, for sure. But like Funtime Pizza. Funtime Pizza.
all the fucking way.
Funtime Pizza had it.
That was where and I just like a year and a half I'd spent on that fucking thing.
See, that mine was Nickelmania.
Nickelmania?
I
Is
did
it
not ever
like an
have-
arcade pizza place?
Did you not have a Nickelmania?
No, I don't think so.
Did you experience Nickelmania?
Are you aware what a
Did you
Nickelmania is?
experience-
I know what it is as an adult. I didn't know what it was as a kid, but
I've
I
never
was
heard of this
also
shit
highly
before.
deprived
Ever.
that we could only ever
Ever.
watch the video games and pretend to play them. We never had money for it.
It was
Yeah.
a nickel arcade. Everything was a nickel.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and your parents would just take you there and leave you. And like there was just 100 kids running around just fucking going nuts. on these
Technophilly
arcade
619 is in the house. Put your hands in the air and drop the bass. There, Chuck dropped the bass for you. Nice, I like that.
911.
Okay, so the next, the X-Men arcade, we've shown X-Men Sega Genesis. Chuck,
Colossus is never meant to have range. He's meant to just beat shit.
yeah, and that was right in our ears, Chuck.
That was the point.
That was the loudest. Pull the plug.
Or pull the mic away from your face if you're gonna scream.
I didn't think it was going to be that loud. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I think I had
The,
you up too loud.
That
This is
goes
it.
in.
Oh yeah, this
I'm
is
gonna
it.
I'm gonna flash
I-
forward
I'm
here a little
lucky.
bit.
I have a
Oh, Psylocke.
controller on my
This-
headphones.
This was one of the most interesting concepts. Like, you had to finish the first stage with all 5 characters because all 5 characters did something different on that first stage.
So in this one, it's sort of like Mega Man, right? Where you had to play each character before you moved on, or is that wrong?
You had to play each character in the first mission.
In the
Like,
first mission.
If one of them failed, the whole thing was a game over.
Jesus
after,
Christ.
After that one, see, he's got mission completed on
Yeah.
2 of them. After all of that, you would go to the next stage, and then the next stage you could choose which one would go through that stage.
Oh, I see.
But see, this is an entirely different stage than what Psylocke did and what Cyclops did, because they're doing 5 different things to try to infiltrate this base.
Right.
So each one of them is important.
Wait, is this arcade or?
No, this is the
game?
Super Nintendo.
No. The person they're fighting, arcade Magneto.
Oh no, this is not Welcome to Die. There is no Welcome to Die here. They are dealing with a bunch of Genosha stuff, so you're seeing a lot of Friends of Humanity. And
Right.
also, you're watching My Hero right now. This
You're a
is-
Beast guy.
I love Beast.
Who's your ex person, Will?
Oh, that's a tough choice. So. I've always loved Nightcrawler. I hated that he
We
was.
got 2 Nightcrawler fans.
I hated that he was blue. I'm a Logan guy.
I got really upset whenever that movie Nightcrawler came out and it wasn't about the X-Men Nightcrawler.
Oh, right?
I was like, this is a lie.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I think
He's not German, he's not Christian, and he's not a teleporter.
And Ulfric, you actually have a good point. Psylocke, I think, was actually maybe the first like crush that I ever had. It was either Psylocke or Mariah Carey. I can't remember which one.
British chicks, right?
But it was
right?
it was one of them.
I liked Rogue.
Rogue, yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, Rogue's
Southern
easy to
chicks,
crush
too.
for. A couple things that I meant to mention, I need to mention, is the X-Men Sega Genesis video that we watched first is brought to you by the Flying Bats channel on YouTube. That was their capture, and the X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, which was the one we just saw. Chuck's pick is from the World of Long Plays
That game
YouTube
was
channel.
hard as shit. Too.
X-Men Apocalypse,
None
released in 1994.
Mutant Apocalypse was 1994.
Yes.
Okay,
For
and on
Super
Super
NES.
NES.
Yep.
Okay, co-op in that?
No.
2-player?
I ran out of time to get that
No
information.
worries.
One player.
One player?
Single player all the way through.
And you had to. It was a password system, right? Like there was no save. You had to put in the password for how far you'd gotten,
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh wow.
which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Well,
a
it was the
shitty-
Super Nintendo, man. It was a different
Dude, all
time.
you have to do get is get a game genie in your fucking goal.
What's your favorite Sega game?
Genie. Oh, my favorite overall Sega game.
Yeah.
Comic Zone.
Comic Zone's really good. I think Sonic and Knuckles,
Yeah.
because you could play as Knuckles in the old games and shit, and you could like stack, games and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was the one that I probably spent the most time on.
Yeah. You know what mine was?
Golden Axe,
No.
Vector Man.
Shadowrun.
Well, I'm a big fan of survival horror, so it was all about zombies ate my neighbors.
Zombies Eat My Neighbors.
Zombies Ate My
Yeah.
Neighbors is a good one.
Yeah.
That was one of like my favorite games, but it kind of like frightened me
Really?
as a child.
Also
I've
available on
never
the Super
touched it.
Nintendo.
Yes.
Prettier on the Super Nintendo. Much prettier.
Back then, there was a graphics war.
No, it really was prettier. Like I remember playing Street Fighter II Turbo on the Super Nintendo, and it looked like the arcade. And then I remember playing it on the Sega Genesis, and it looked bad. Like the color schemes were just off.
Really?
It's like you got a half load
crap.
up from image
Yeah.
gear, and you're not getting the rest of the gradient to load up.
Pretty much.
One of the, let's see, there was a X-Men. I don't think there was a first one, but they did one, I think, based on the second film, X2, maybe. Or there was definitely like X-Men the official game, and I think
X-Men
that
the
covered
official game came out in 2006.
2006, and I think that covered 2 and 3. Yeah, and technically mentions, just as an aside, TMNT from the NES. That was part of the reason why I loved X-Men so much, is because I couldn't play it on a home system. I could play a version of the Ninja Turtles on a home system.
And of course, if you went out to play X-Men on the arcade, if you were particularly lucky, you got the six-player
six
version
cab, yeah.
with the two screens
Oh, my Christ.
stretched side by side.
What
and this
futuristic
great big
technology is this?
buck-off cabinet just
That
right
is
there.
still like in the Guinness Book of World Records as being one of the first largest co-op like for arcade cabinets.
Oh, totally.
I love it.
Like, everybody will think of the 4-player. People sometimes forget about the 6-player. So, in terms of which one's better, Ninja Turtles or X-Men? If it's a 6-player, X-Men hands down.
Yeah,
But
there's
if
that.
it's 4-player, I'm going for Ninja Turtles. Just that simple.
I didn't even pull up like a video for the X-Men the official game, because I started watching it and it was just like the most bland bullshit, like walking around punching people.
Was it?
Well-
It was a movie game.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
most X-Men games have been beat 'em up side scrollers
Yeah.
of some
Except
variety.
for Children of the Atom, which was a Street Fighter. And that was what started the Marvel vs. Capcom thing. Because, they were making X-Men characters with super specials and regular specials, and you had
Yeah, because we got X-Men versus Street Fighter in
oh
'96.
god, I couldn't tell you how many
Oh,
quarters
yeah.
I put into the X-Men versus Street Fighter
X-Men
at
versus
UNT.
Street Fighter. That was a time sink, and I was
that
good
was
at that game.
that was our first game with tag team fighting.
Yeah.
It was also our
just switch
first,
out.
the first game that I button mashed in, and I mashed the fuck out of those buttons, dude.
I beat the game with Akuma and Wolverine.
Akuma Matata.
Which, by the way, is 2/3 of my Marvel vs. Capcom 3 team right now. So, hey, there you go.
I love you guys. You know why?
Why?
I got into an argument with somebody, gaming related, and they kept questioning, and I knew it was right, but I can't remember the argument at this point. But I said, "Do you know what I do every Monday night?" I was like, "I'm right and you're wrong." Like, there's no doubt.
We've lent you some credibility.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
We have given you street cred.
Yeah. The street cred. is
How
strong.
long have we been doing the Twitch of the podcast?
This is episode 35 of it. So
35.
We've done
So 30
37, 38 episodes of it. We started in over the summer, right before E3.
That's pretty crazy. 38 weeks of
Twitching.
We've been doing this
twitching.
long.
We've just been twitching for
Podcast.
38
You guys have been
weeks.
looking at our pretty faces for almost a year. How do you feel about that?
We might have some regrets.
I don't.
Let me pull up another one. Let's see. Let's go to a game that sort of kicked off.
Delta speech.
It's not. It wasn't the first in its type. It's more Gauntlet. It's a Gauntlet style game.
Sure.
But this was one of the first Gauntlet style games that I ever played.
I want us to co-op Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
And
at
that was
one
also
point.
from Cable Line Network was the YouTube channel I got that from. Ultimate Alliance had Carnage in it, or the second one had Carnage in it, I think.
Ghost
and that
Rider.
was they had some cool
Ghost
shit in
Rider
it.
and Blade, fucking Dead.
Did you play any of these Legends or Ultimate Alliance?
Played Legends. That's it, though. But then there was a thing was just called, what was it, Wolverine? It was like Wolverine's standalone game.
The Wolverine Uncaged.
I believe.
This came out right around the time as X Men Origins Wolverine. Do you have the year for Wolverine
I
Uncaged?
did not
Oh,
have
wait,
a chance
no.
to get all
This
the
was-
information for the
Is this something
Wolverine
different?
games. There's actually,
might
if
be
you go to the Wikipedia page, they have all the X Men games listed, and then there's a separate thing specifically for everything they've done with Wolverine.
Oh, okay. He had his own sort
This-
of.
Logan
This looks
is older
great.
than the Civil War.
I'm gonna pull this up for you guys so you can see the X Men Origins Wolverine, and
pretty cool. I don't think this is what
I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit.
This looks beautiful.
This is a cutscene, but
And of course,
What
they make
system
him
was
look
this
like
for?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, and then there's Liev Schreiber.
Yeah.
here's Lee Trevor. This was a 360, PS3. So it was one generation ago.
Okay.
But the thing that I really liked about
This looks like they were playing off the first Wolverine movies.
yes,
That would
Yeah.
make sense.
it is. But the
Just Cause, anybody?
I have a beautiful butterfly.
I love these set pieces, like in games, like in Star Wars, Force Unleashed 2 or whatever. But here's the reason why I really dug this game: is BAM! It's gory as fuck.
Jesus!
Really?
That was ugly.
Like
He would have like splattered that guy.
He did.
like his
Oh,
ribs
he's
are
pretty
showing and
splattered.
shit.
Yeah.
It's when Wolverine attacks people,
so rocking.
he rips them to shreds.
Holy shit, why did I not play this game?
And it's
Oh, jeez. I halfway
Damn,
expected him to
son.
tear his ass in half.
right.
Throw him off a cliff. Fuck you.
Oh, and then he's like healing his body.
you, Richie.
Healing factor. Rechargeable health actually makes sense in this game.
Right.
Does anyone in here
how do you
going-
make a successful Wolverine game if he's just can't die?
Well, you make it to a point where he eventually gets incapacitated enough.
Yeah, and I
that
think
you
it's
can
just
like,
a restart.
tie him the fuck up or something.
But I like that. Technophilly 619. Does anybody here go
What?
to PAX East in Boston?
We wish.
We just went to PAX South.
I want to say that PAX East is already sold out.
I believe that is the case.
I totally buy it.
And PAX Prime in Seattle. I don't think they have even a date for it yet this year.
They don't have anything for PAX Prime or PAX Dev yet.
Yeah.
There are no dates on the website yet.
PAX,
Right.
PAX Prime and PAX what?
PAX Dev is actually a subset thing that's 2 days prior to PAX Prime, specifically for developers
Ooh.
to sit down and have a safe place to actually talk and work on their trade. No press is allowed.
We'd love to.
That's hot.
We'd love to.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Technophilly, are you going to PAX East in Boston? Because if you are, I
We're
want to know.
jealous as shit.
I want to know. I want you to do shit.
I could find a way to stow away on a plane to Boston. And
The Wolverine Uncaged video is from the Platano Games Network, which is a
Banana Gaming.
That shit is bananas, by the way.
BANANAS.
So earlier this week, we are doing this thing on Deadpool's coming out. We want to talk about Deadpool appearances and stuff like that. Associated with the X Men, that's why we're calling Deadpool and the X Men. We're selling our print, like I noted at the beginning.
I already have my ticket.
But there's one Deadpool game.
The gun show. Actually, Deadpool has made several appearances.
He's been in other games, right?
Yes.
But he's only got one.
He's only got one actual game that he's just his.
So before I finish, tell me if you have like a list of his appearances or something, or anything on his appearances.
Actually, what I can really do is we can actually talk a little bit more about the background of Deadpool. That I do have.
Okay, let's go. Well, actually, I'll explain this and then I'll throw to you. There is a Deadpool game. There's one Deadpool game, and I was like, you know what? If this thing's on Deadpool and the X Men, I should probably play that game.
It is pretty fucking wicked.
So I looked it up, and it was $50 on Xbox One. I was like, I'm not paying $50 for just for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it used.
Not until we start getting some monetary.
And also, it's like
return of interest.
It's like 5-6 hours long. It's short. And so I went to Steam, and I was like, okay, what do you got, Steam? And it was like $40. And I was like, no, not yet. And then Steam had their new lunar year of the monkey or whatever sale.
That's
and
not
Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year.
Lunar
Thank you.
New Year is not for another week.
Well, they start early, I guess.
I hate them.
I don't know. It was on.
They're just trying to find an.
It was on
excuse
France
to
24.
keep stealing our money.
Whatever. The celebrations have started for already, but they it was half off, and so I went, yes, please. And so I played it, and I will talk about that after and show you some of that, which is where we'll go. Tell me about Deadpool. What do you know of Deadpool?
So Deadpool first appeared in New Mutants issue number 98 in 1990. Does anybody
That's
actually...
not an X-Men comic.
Mm-mm.
Just the New Mutants?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 1990?
Yes. That was his first actual appearance. Does anybody actually know why, before I actually get into it, why he is called Deadpool?
No, I don't.
The Wolverine movie is not actually a good thing. One thing real quick before we actually get into that, because you're going to watch the movies. Spoilers.
Get in frame.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. In 3,
'Cause I forgot.
2, 1.
My regular notebook. Okay, so one of the things is that Wade Wilson actually got cancer, and that's why he entered the Project X.
The Weapon X program?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because he killed a teammate, he got taken off his off the project, and they're like, here, you can go to this hospice, which is not the actual nice hospice that we know of here in America. It was actually run by a mad scientist and assistant, Ajax, and one of the things that they did was that they would actually experiment on these mutant hybrid types.
The mutates?
Yes. And the patients there actually had a Deadpool as to who was going to last the longest.
Cool.
Not going too much into any other spoilers on things, but
Yeah, I have no idea how much of the film is going to cover. Like, I don't know what ground it's going to be.
well, as if they have actual strippers in it, then they're going to cover quite a bit about it.
And
He actually, whenever he escaped from that place with other prisoners, he actually took the name Deadpool.
okay, awesome. And Ulfric knew that. Ulfric was all over it.
You should have seen it. He's
look on his
actually
face.
sitting over here kind of
He was
behind
like,
the camera a little bit, and he's waving his arms like he's trying to direct air traffic.
So
just like,
I'm familiar with the Deadpool character. Obviously, we made a Deadpool comic.
Well,
I
and
know his
That's
traits.
just the short version of things. I couldn't even fit all of it on like 4
A card.
pages
He has
of
an
short
enormous
notes.
history. I knew his traits, and I know like his his appearances and how he behaves and stuff like that. But when I started the Deadpool game, I realized that I actually hadn't ever read or seen anything with him in it. Only
which is odd because now he's fucking everywhere.
And like I have members of my family that adore him, and I don't think have really ever experienced him, which is fine. Sometimes you can pick something semi-arbitrarily, or I've heard about this that looks really awesome. I'm going to get into that. But I just realized that I didn't really know anything about it. So I pick up the Deadpool game, and I heard it's really short, and it is. Before I bought it, it's probably 5-6 hours long. As far as the game itself goes, it's bad. Like it's in terms of like level layout and technicalities and stuff like that. You know, it's just you just kill dudes. It's just hack them up all the way through.
Yeah.
There's not anything particularly inspired about their level design or anything like that. But it is consistently funny. It is well written and wonderfully acted from beginning to end. A lot of sort of comedy games will start off really funny, and then it just sort of devolve into bleh through the last half. This is funny from beginning to end. So I'm going to share with you guys. This is from the YouTube channel Flip0024. This is a clip.
Now, Ulfric has actually been playing that, and I've actually had a chance to couch watch whenever he plays some of that.
I'm going to try not to blow you guys out with the volume, but I want my guys to
It
do
is
this.
consistently funny. If you get stuck in the video game, you literally, occasionally after a while, he'll comment on exactly what you're supposed to do.
Time. We crashed. Yeah, but we crashed on Genosha. It seems our flight was a little more than the X-chumps could handle.
Oh, are they dead? Let's gently poke the furry one and find out. Wolverine! My healing factor came from his DNA. So we're like twins, except he's short and furry, and he smells funny.
And they're
He
both
loves it when
Canadian.
people ask him if they can fly the Blackbird. He's got these awesome adamantium claws that cut through anything, including my body when I piss him off.
Loading.
Oh, Wolvie, time to wake up. Rise and shine,
P
Stubby.
to be a quitter.
Wake up! Up and at him! Fine, then. That's for all the clown jokes. That's for never calling just to say hi. That's because I get aroused when I slap people. That's for all the furry midgets in the world. That's because I feel like it. Why won't you wake up? Wake up! That's because the
You
player
can
keeps
literally
smashing the
spend 10 minutes
That's
slapping
because I
him.
like slapping fleshy things with this
Because it doesn't do
hand.
anything.
That's for being in more comics than me.
Yeah,
That's
not anymore.
for making me love you. That's for
Actually,
making me
half
hate
the
you.
reason that
That's for
Deadpool
never
had a
taking us to the
resurgence in
bra.
his popularity was because of the misportrayal in the first Wolverine movie. That's actually not even my favorite spot in the Deadpool game.
Oh yeah, well up until the point. And first of all, I'm gonna go on record as saying that I didn't hate Wolverine Origins as much as everybody else did.
I like it. It's
And
a horrible B film.
It's the thing they did with Deadpool, even though they fucked over a lot of people's favorite character, was an interesting concept. I'm sorry they did it to your character, but I like the concept of a conglomerate, like put all the powers into one dude kind of thing.
Except they turned him into Baraka.
And well, yeah, but the beginning part with Ryan Reynolds, he aces it, and
Oh, yeah.
and you know, so that's why everybody's so excited now about the film. But
Bad guys are dead now.
the Barack Obama. Tim, does anybody have a Band-Aid? You're in a band. Have you done any benefit concerts? That's a good question.
I can do
Yeah.
first aid, combat
Yeah,
aid.
we've done.
You've
plenty
done charity like work
of- Yeah,
of
we've
some
done
kind?
tons of them.
I used to teach it in the military.
Band-Aids?
What bandage?
Combat aid.
Oh, combat aid.
Combat aid.
Did you carry Band-Aid brand adhesive strips?
No, we had Israeli bandies.
Israeli bandies.
Those are essentially, it's like one of the elastic bandages, and it has gauze on one end and has a crescent moon pressure bar on the other side. Wrap it through on the pressure bar, pull it through once, pull it back, and then you just tighten it. And it helps put pressure on the wound.
Nice. Tim, I hope you find
What
one.
did you do?
I hope you find... Yeah.
What did you do, young man? How did you hurt yourself?
Show us on the doll.
Show us on the doll where you fucked up. So we're not gonna watch the Deadpool trailer because everybody's seen it. But where are you guys on the excited level of the Deadpool film?
The only thing that inhibits me on actually dancing and trying to find a way to get there is that I did have a massive blowout, which is why I was late today.
Well, you have until Friday. It's not out yet.
I do have plans to get rid of some books and DVDs, so I mean...
You're okay. Ulfric is touching himself. The Deadpool film.
Oh, dear.
Chuck looked.
No, I didn't.
Lies.
What about you, Will? Is this something you're down for, or are you like, meh?
I'm pretty excited for it. I like Ryan Reynolds enough.
Did you ever watch Two Guys, a Girl, in a Pizza Place?
Yeah.
That show was so fucking good. It was really good.
Waiting is where it's at.
Actually, Waiting is Deadpool's origin story.
Totally. That's why he's lost his mind.
Yeah.
You can't lose something you didn't have in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Fillion was in Two Guys, and a Girl Pizza Place too.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was the guy that the girl from the pizza place ends up marrying.
Oh, wow.
Nathan Fillion does a lot of cameos these days.
Well, this was 98, 99.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
I still want to see him as Nathan Drake.
Fillion Drake.
Oh, that would be really great.
Uh-huh.
He does do a lot of cameos, and I've always noticed in his cameos these days, he always drops lines like he was talking about some show in a show he was in, and he was like, why would they cancel such a great show that everyone loves?
Oh, like
and then he like
in
looks
Castle.
at the camera. Yeah, shit like that.
Temporarily breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah, it's so good.
His cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
What, really?
He was so made up that you didn't even
In the
recognize
prison.
him.
And
he was the big dude in the prison that like is gonna make him his bitch until.
Oh, I didn't know that was him until Rocket and Groot go up and
Groot,
just kind of manhandle him.
and
This is
face
our
fuck him.
bitch.
That's why he just voiced that guy.
Yep.
Or he was in the like a big suit thing. I mean, there's CG there.
Okay.
But in the same way that Simon Pegg was that guy in Star Wars 7
Right.
that was giving out shit.
Yeah.
Food for computer tech.
Yeah.
I will say probably with the Deadpool
Still a better
video
deal
game,
than fries.
my favorite little small part in there is whenever Deadpool is talking to Cable. And Cable's trying to give him a mission brief and say, hey, this is exactly what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, it's so boring.
He starts wondering while he's explaining the plot to him, and there's a cut where it cuts back, and he's like riding one of those mechanical things from outside the convenience store.
It's a rocket.
It's really what?
And then finally, he's like, it's so boring, please. And then you have a chance to press the button, and he shoots himself in the head.
Yeah, just
So he
press the
doesn't
right
have
trigger to make it stop. And blows it out.
He wakes up,
It's too
and
good.
Cable left him a note via dagger stabbed in his chest.
Yeah. And whenever you meet a character in the game, you can press A to have an explanation of the origins of the character.
Uh-huh.
And Cable's is just like this sort of soulful, who the fuck is that? We don't know. Who the fuck is that? It's fucking Cable. Who the fuck is that? And it's like really catchy shit. As I'm telling you, if you can find this game for like under $20,
buy
you
it
need to
used.
buy it. It's really good in terms of writing and stuff. But if you spend $50 on that game, you're going to be pissed off when you finish it. Like,
Yeah.
Good
No.
to
fucking
know.
really?
Buy it on the cheap.
Yeah. Nolan North, if you couldn't tell.
Nolan North is fucking amazing.
But he aced that as well.
I am still surprised by his range.
Since you guys didn't watch the Super Bowl, do you want to see the X Men Apocalypse spot?
Yeah. I do.
I guess.
I want to see it. I want to see
I
it.
haven't seen it
Sure?
yet, so I guess so.
All right.
Bones sinking like stones, all that we fall.
Apocalypse means to destroy this world.
Oh, hey, they have Katniss in it now. Are we gonna have another lame rogue?
Let's go to war.
I'm real excited
That was
about
Psylocke.
Was that Sansa?
Oh, it was Sansa and
Everything
Sansa Stark is Jean Grey?
will fall.
I'm pretty excited about Olivia Munn as Psylocke.
yeah, I think that
She looks fantastic.
Everything
not only
they
that,
built.
like I think she's got the knowledge and everything to carry that character.
Yeah, she's a G4 girl.
Yep.
Well,
Yep,
because
she's
we
gonna
all
do
know
awesome.
Oh, man.
in any of the Marvel comics, the only people who stay dead are Bucky and Uncle Ben.
And
Everybody else comes back.
and Olivia Munn's dating Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think she.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
I think the story is she didn't have a fucking clue who
He doesn't
was.
Didn't know
even.
who
He
it was.
doesn't even know that he's dating her.
I don't think he does.
He just doesn't even know what's happening.
There are a couple of videos that she put out that are really good. One was when she was training for her like sword flaily shit, and she's like doing all this awesome shit and doing really awesome. And then the camera pans over, and Aaron Rodgers has like a stick, and he's like, and then she just had another one like that where she has an actual sword, and I'm sure a prop sword, and flinging it around, and then it pans over to Ryan Reynolds who has a balloon sword, and he goes boop with it.
That's fucking awesome.
And I
Is
like those.
Deadpool? Are they going to be crossing over X-Men?
The X-Men and Deadpool universes are the same universe.
They are
Well,
the
no, I
same
know, but
universe.
are they
No.
gonna
I
be
mean,
doing-
the film universes are the same. I don't know that they're going to be visiting each other's films yet, but
Because I know Colossus is in Deadpool.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And there is hints that we're going to get eventually something with Cable and Deadpool at some point.
Yeah, the thing is though, with Singer's X-Men stuff,
Yeah.
it's so serious.
Right.
It would be really hard, I think. I think you could bring them into Deadpool. I think it'd be
Right.
hard to bring Deadpool,
Bring
in
Deadpool
there.
into them. Because
Yeah,
they'd be
that's
like,
true.
you know, John, or what is it, fucking McAvoy?
Well, it's always
James
gonna.
McAvoy.
James McAvoy. He'd be like doing his super serious shit, and then Ryan Reynolds would be like cutting up.
Yeah.
It's
So
always the
hard.
fucking Summers that
Or no,
always
it would be
fucking ruin
Patrick-
everything.
Patrick Stewart
Well,
at that
really
point.
hates Cyclops,
That's
don't you?
kind of what happened when Deadpool was actually an X-Man.
Yeah.
This is exact same shit, and I'm pretty
Was
sure
he
if
ever an
I were,
X-Man? He was just X Factor,
Yes.
right?
It's
He
weird
was an
to,
X-Man.
It's weird
And
to
then
call
he got
him
bored
an
of government
X-Man.
work.
yeah.
Like, you're always just saying X-Men, but it's so strange to single them out and call him an X-Man.
Oh, Caldane, did you guys collect the Marvel Universe cards in the 90s?
I
yes,
did.
I
I
did.
have one floating around somewhere that was in. There was like this. It wasn't like Cracker Jacks, but it was a popcorn mix that had popcorn, caramel coated, and it had peanuts.
I remember like the Marvel
There was a
Ultimate or
card
something.
in
I can't
that.
remember what it was, but I made pogs out of some of them
Oh, yeah. Box.
because I had a pog press.
90s.
But-
I had like a slammer that was like that fat.
Do you remember the ones where like there was like 9 of them, and when you put them all together, they made like one big scene, like a page-long scene?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I
A little bit like
this is
Exodia.
This is one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. Is I stole some from a kid on the bus, like in middle school.
No, man, it's
because I
Dog Eat
wanted
Dog
them,
World.
and you
Yeah.
have to get my Marvel cards, man.
Right.
I feel really bad about that.
oh God.
I put them in panels. I had a binder, and I'd keep everything there. And I actually, when I was a kid, I had them sort of organized into like the different like
Common,
groups that they were
uncommon,
in. Well, no,
tiers.
like I had an X-Men sort of section, and then I had Avengers section and stuff like that.
And then whatever the Excalibur, the weird Canadian force.
That was X-Force, right?
That was
No.
Alpha Flight.
That was Excalibur. Okay, yeah.
Canada had
There's so many X fucking. But when I was a kid, though, it was all about X-Men. Like I didn't give a shit about the Avengers. I was all X-Men.
Yeah. Actually, I'd really never, ever cared about the Avengers.
Even now, I don't really care
about them.
Super into the X-Men.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Avengers just because of Loki.
Of course.
I-
You and every other red-blooded woman out there.
And
Tom
some
Hiddleston
men,
is
and some men.
pretty
And
friggin'
some men.
awesome.
Yeah.
And he's so sweet.
No. He's not pretty friggin' awesome. He's just pretty.
The Marvel Universe 2's panels were 5x5, which means they
Do
didn't
you
work in
know
a binder.
any
I
other
didn't know that.
actor that has brought tomato soup to a person coming out and interviewing the people on the red carpet?
What?
Yes.
Well, Heath Ledger. One time, this lady walked out. And she was working. She was part of the crew of the red carpet, and she saw him and just screamed. And he looked at it freaked him out because she was standing right, next to him. And he just turned to her, and she was like, and he just started making out with her. It was just this like mom-looking woman, and then he stopped, and he's just sitting there smiling at the camera, and she just passes out.
Oh,
it's like it's like the
awesome.
greatest video I've ever seen.
I can die happy now.
That was Hiddleston, or was that
No, that
Ledger?
was
Heath
Ledger.
Ledger.
That was Ledger.
Like he's
Ledger.
doing like a red carpet
Amazing.
interview, and all of a sudden you just hear behind him. And he's like, "Holy shit!" and turns around, and this lady's just standing there.
Oh my Christ!
And he
that's
makes
too
out
good.
with her. Just grabs her.
Nobody didn't like the '90s X-Men cartoon, right? Not a big fan, I'm guessing, from your.
Well,
Sorry,
not a-
guys. I didn't mean to pull something.
a fan, not a big fan, but a fan.
I really liked Nightcrawler in that version. It was, and I was a little disappointed whenever they had him in the movies. I was like, this is not.
You didn't like
quite-
Alan Cummings?
I think he did good, but they were very heavy-handed on making sure every 20 minutes, every 5 minutes, that he would say, "I was in the circus,
that
you know."
intro. That intro, though.
Oh my Christ! Seriously, like in terms of '90s, so like Batman had a phenomenal show in the '90s as well, but
Oh,
nobody
yes. That
tops
was-
the intro to the X-Men, right? The closest you possibly come to theme songs better than the X-Men is Power Rangers.
Yes.
But the X-Men beats it.
Well,
for
I
sure.
don't know,
I'm
though,
sorry.
'cause remember
Batman
that
Animated Series
Batman
opening song was
yeah,
amazing.
dude. Remember that?
That was fucking Danny Elfman, man.
Yeah.
Was it? Did Elfman do the music for the
Elfman-
cartoon after the Burton?
Yeah, because they're
Yeah,
about to take the head off the mic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Danny Elfman has just all sorts of music.
It's Oingo
Favorite.
Boingo, man. Come on. No?
Yes, I know Oingo Boingo.
Apocalypse Zombie, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks
Have a
for
good night,
sticking
buddy.
around.
We're about to call off too.
I'm glad we were able to sing you to sleep, sir.
But
Yay.
yeah, definitely go check out the Deadpool game if you guys haven't yet. If you want to get our Deadpool print, our Disney Deadpool crossover, it is in our store, which is angrycuddles.com, which is where our webcomic is. Click on store, or you can go to the link that I'm about to post. Chuck, tell them about your Twitch channel.
Tomorrow, I am finally starting Deus Ex Human Revolution. Yay! Wednesday, I'm continuing How to Survive. Thursday, I'm going to be off. Thursday, I'm actually going to go see the Deadpool movie. So, bada bang. And then
Excellent.
Friday, because...
Not a Deadpool.
Bada poo. Because we're going to be at Comic-Con.
Yeah, we're
at
going to be
Fan Days
at
Dallas.
Fan Days in Dallas.
I am pushing The Walking Dead up to Friday. I'll finish up season 3 and then go back to regular scheduling. Follow me on Twitter, and I will keep you guys abreast of
All
the
by Ironic
schedule.
Commando. And go check out Moonlight Native, Will's band at moonlightnative.com. Spelled the way that you think it is.
You got a
spelled the way it
show
should be.
coming up
You
at
got
the
something coming
Profit
up.
Bar a day after my birthday,
Really?
or maybe 2.
Would you sing to him Marilyn Monroe style?
I will.
Okay.
If
Oh,
he
God.
comes. If he comes to it.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Now I gotta go.
So-
don't
okay,
I?
somebody's gonna have to take video of this for me if
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't make it.
No, we'll get it. And if you guys want to check out Shark's webcomic, tell us about that. I'll put the link in there.
edgyhates.com. Updates twice a week. Unfortunately, we had to delay yesterday's. I'm gonna actually fix that tonight. It's about my hedgehog. Her name is Boo, and she hates everything.
And you guys make sure that Ulfric says that hedgehog is Satan.
Ulfric has met Boo.
Oh,
He's
man.
not wrong.
That's good. Don't forget to follow us on our social media, which is directly above Shark and Will's head: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. It's all Angry Cuddles. We're also putting together a 5th anniversary in May. If you guys are in the DFW area, it's going to be a free comic book day and some sort of gaming tournament kind of a thing, something. We're putting it together right now. We also got a lot of changes coming up for the site that I'll keep you guys posted on as well. So you will be in the know if you're on our social media. Check out our webcomic at angrycuddles.com. It's at the bottom of the screen over there on the right. And follow us here on Twitch so that you can hang out with us and talk every night. We host both Byronic Commando and Corporate Cal, who's in the chat on a weekly basis. as
Say
well.
hi, Cal.
Yeah, say hi, Cal. We just added him. He's gone.
Cal is dead.
I wanted to get a little bit into the X Men movie trilogy, but we can do that another time. But I do want to talk about the X Men movies with you guys at one point because there are points to be made that need to be made about them. But yeah, there's Corporate Cal. It's right there. Thanks, guys, for coming by. On Friday, Chuck and I will be playing through Zeros, the co-op 2-player on Xbox One. So tune in and we'll be beating them up, stuff fucking around like that.
Dibs on Mike, by the way.
And we'll have an area mic like we normally do.
No, I mean, there are 2 characters.
Oh, you want to
Mike
be the
and
dude?
Dorian.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, perfect. Yeah,
I'll be Mike.
I would prefer to be the female. That's
French
fine.
Loop, what the hell, man?
Fringe Loop, you seriously have a knack
Every
for coming
time.
in exactly when we're leaving. What the shit, dude? Come on.
Oh, come on. We still love it.
Oh no, I'm so glad you're here. But it is like seriously, I was about to say my name is Steven, and then you come in and say hello. We're so glad you're here. We really appreciate you following us.
If you come and check us out on Monday, our
Yeah.
Monday show is going to be over Pokemon.
Yes, is that actually Monday?
Oh, yes.
That's Monday's
Is that
show.
on the schedule?
No, wait. I thought it was after my birthday, because my birthday's next week, and then that's the.
We have a schedule.
22nd.
It's on our Twitch.
Yeah, go. It's also on the
should be
on the Facebook
yeah,
page.
It
too.
should be the Pokemon because we have Pokemon 20th anniversary coming up.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
on the
goodness.
23rd, 24th. Can't remember.
Soonish.
Pull this up right
But
now.
if you do play Pokemon, one thing that you
No.
can do is you can actually go buy your local GameStop, and if you're playing Pokemon X or Y, or either the 2 Pokemon Omegas right now, and you can get a free legendary
Look,
once a
legendary
month.
Pokemon.
Unfortunately, unless you have the ability to control level 100, you're going to have Mew occasionally ignore you and say,
No, I'm just going to take a nap.
Fringe Loop, yes, the Lunar Deals on Steam I actually mentioned because Deadpool was awesome. Thank you, Caldane. Yeah, I had just pulled that up.
Okay.
Next week is Valentine's Day games, cool co-op games and games with love in them and relationship building and stuff like that.
Told you.
Pokemon is in 2 weeks.
I was excited because I've been stopping by other GameStops so I can grab some extra cards for you guys online.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh,
See, free stuff
nice
coming your way in 2
giveaway.
weeks.
And I'm going to save one, so if anybody has not gone and gotten it in February, in March, you can still get Mew.
Perfect. And then at the end of the month, we have the game mechanics that we love and hate. And I'm going to also show you guys, give you guys a couple of cool ways to play games on your own to, mix it up, get a little spicy in the bedroom, if you will. Anyway, Fringe Loop, I extended this a few minutes just for you specifically, so we're glad that you came by. Please watch our shit and come back by. My name is Steven.
My name is Chuck. I'm the best there is at what I do.
My name's Billy.
I'm Shark.
We'll see you guys on Friday and then again next Monday.
Snicked.
Adios.